on Good Morning Northwest, new details in a double murder in Northeast Spokane and how police say they caught a killer.
The light rain is here and it's going to be hanging out. We're going to tell you when it's going to stop and what's going to follow it. Plus, White Christmas? Question mark.
And with 5 days until Christmas, your days to mail your gifts are numbered. The deadlines you need to know if you still have packages to send. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Tuesday, December 19th. Mark is here with our first alert forecast that includes a little bit of rain today.
Yeah, what you're seeing right now as you head out the door will not be how it will ultimately end up for midday. We have temperatures into the mid-30s, and we have had the rain stop in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but there's more on the way. Take a look at the 4 things you need to know as we take a look. The light rain, a little bit of mountain snow. We saw just a trace up at Mount Spokane. It's going to be dry for Wednesday and Thursday, and we do have a slight chance of seeing a flake or 2 on Christmas other than myself. All right, so we look at the Doppler radar, and rather busy north of Davenport. That continues to move out of the area, but there's more to the south coming in. So we're just getting a nice little break today, but we're going to see more on the inbound. And way down in the south, this is going to take an hour or 2 to get up to us. We're going to see that come over the top of us, and that's going to be that rain for the midday. Mid-30s throughout our area. These are the current temperatures, not the expected highs. 35 in Coeur d'Alene, Spirit Lake, Spokane Valley at 36 degrees. A very mild day. Here's what's going to happen throughout the day. We're going to see these rain showers through about 2, maybe 3 o'clock in some areas to the north. Our high today is going to be 40. It should be a dry evening. Again, the dry sky should happen about 3, 4 o'clock and continue for the next couple of days.
Attorneys could wrap up their cases in Richard Aguirre's trial today. He is the former Pasco police officer accused of murdering a Spokane woman more than 3 decades ago.
Now, closing arguments are expected to begin later today. Now, Ruby Doss's body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane back in 1986. In court yesterday, a witness testified about DNA collected from evidence found at the crime scene. Lorraine Heath is a DNA expert, and she analyzed many pieces of evidence in this case. The defense questioned her on the DNA that was found on the underwear that Doss had been wearing the night she was killed. Now, Heath said Aguirre's DNA was not found on the underwear. She later stated she didn't know if Doss had been wearing them. Another piece of evidence found at the crime scene was a used condom. Heath analyzed DNA from its packaging.
DNA profile obtained from the swabs of the inside of the condom package are a mixture consistent with originating from at least 2 individuals. The male component matches Richard Aguirre. The estimated probability of selecting an unrelated individual at random from the U.S. population with a matching profile is 1 in 8.9 quintillion.
Now, the jury could start deliberating later today. We'll have an update on this story here on air and online as it happens. Surveillance video from a nearby home helped Spokane police catch a suspected double murderer.
Officers arrested 25-year-old Brandon Kenny Saturday for the murders of 23-year-old Kiara Morgan Whelan and 37-year-old Colton Russell. Court documents say the surveillance video captured Kenny stabbing Morgan Whelan multiple times. The medical examiner's office confirmed the killer shot Russell. When officers arrived on scene, they found blue pills, likely fentanyl, inside the car where Russell died.
It was a sense of relief. We've been sitting and waiting for, a week to see if anything was going to occur. And, stuff goes through your mind that you don't think that they're ever going to catch anybody,
The victims in this case were also suspects in the disappearance of a woman who's been missing since November. To learn more about how they're all connected, look for this story on KXOI.com.
The man accused of gunning down his neighbors, a family of 4, pleaded guilty, bringing the victim's family a step closer to closure. Now, these are the 4 lives that were taken in the shooting last June. 16-year-old Aiken Smith, his 18-year-old brother, Devin, their mom, Kenna Gardapi, and their grandfather, Kenneth Gardapi. Now, in court yesterday, Major John Kaler remained expressionless, his head down, looking at the judge only when she asked him a direct question. Judge Barbara Duggan asked him if he was prepared to plead guilty, and Kaler answered yes. One by one, Judge Duggan listed the names of the 4 family members who were killed, Kaler pleading guilty to each one.
Did you willfully, deliberately, and with malice aforethought unlawfully kill the person of Kenneth R. Gardapi, a human being, to wit by shooting him, which resulted in his death? Did you engage in this charged conduct?
Yes.
Kaler sentencing is scheduled for March 25th. Each count of second-degree murder carries a sentence of 10 years to life.
Around the world this morning, new fallout from the Israel-Hamas war. The U.S. has announced a new multinational task force will begin keeping watch over the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. The joint effort comes as a major oil company announces it's temporarily pausing operations through those waters as Iran-backed Yemeni rebels increase attacks on ships in the region. ABC's Justin Finch reports from D.C.
Good morning. Iran-backed Yemeni militants are taking credit for a series of strikes on cargo ships in the Red Sea that threaten to disrupt the global supply chain. This morning, the U.S. and the world responding to increasing threats from Iran-backed Houthi militants.
We're leading a multinational maritime task force to uphold the bedrock principle of freedom of navigation. Iran's support for Houthi attacks on commercial vessels must stop.
The Pentagon says those Houthi rebels attacked 2 more ships in the Red Sea yesterday after months of launching missile and drone strikes at commercial ships and U.S. forces in the region. The attacks prompting British oil company BP to temporarily pause all transits through the Red Sea, including shipments of oil and natural gas, calling it a precautionary pause. 10% of the world's trade passes through the Red Sea. The waters between Asia and Africa, with the Suez Canal at the tip leading to the Mediterranean Sea. Some ships are now detouring around Africa, adding costs and delays. Experts predict U.S. gas prices could stop falling in the next couple of days, due only in part because of ongoing Red Sea tensions. In Europe, high-level talks aimed at reaching a new ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. CIA Director William Burns meeting with the Qatari Prime Minister and the head of Israel's Mossad spy agency. The meeting comes as Hamas posted video of 3 elderly Israeli hostages pleading to be freed. Their families requesting we not air the video, but demanding their immediate release. Pressure is mounting on Israel to free all remaining hostages after Israeli troops mistakenly killed 3 hostages. Israel estimates Hamas is holding more than 120 hostages, including Americans, in Gaza. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, there are only a few shopping days left until Christmas, and if you're shipping, crunch time is now. FedEx says for the deadline for the Express Saver or 3-day freight is today. Tomorrow is the last for 2-day shipping with FedEx, and Thursday is the deadline for FedEx 1 day. Friday is the last day for same-day shipping, and the last day to use Priority Mail Express with the post office is tomorrow. For UPS, ship your gifts out today for 3-day select, Wednesday for second-day air, and Thursday for next-day air. It's coming up quick here.
Sure is.
Things to put in the mail. Now is the time. Look, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:08.
Our radar looking mighty colorful this morning, Mark.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of a break, but if you look south of us, coming out of Pendleton, out of Pasco, through Ephrata, we've got this band of showers slowly working its way north. That's going to be our next round of rain, but it should be done by this afternoon. We'll look at the timing on that coming up.
Some spectacular images of a volcano erupting overnight. But this isn't the usual place we think of when we're talking about volcanoes. The story just ahead.
And I'm here at Spokane's Waste to Energy facility, where I'll break down some tips on how you can use more recycling items and how you can recycle more this Christmas.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Paprika, garlic, tomato, a feast for the whole family. Introducing the Royal Rosars Rib Roast, exclusively flavored by Spiceology. Now available at your neighborhood Rosars.
Joni here. Before you decide on an SUV, I invite you to see and drive the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's impressive and it checks all the boxes. A roomy interior, plenty of cargo space with remote power liftgate. All-wheel drive, that's important in the Northwest. Solid performance, modern infotainment system with all the high-tech choices. Check out the Tiguan at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
What is a jewelry design center? Locally owned and the largest jewelry store in the region, offering you more choices, more options. A showroom filled with world-famous brands and designers. A center who also creates exclusive designs and one-of-a-kind pieces. Whose specialized selection process ensures the brightest diamonds and most vivid gems. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Paprika, garlic, tomato, a feast for the whole family. Introducing the Royal Rosars Rib Roast, exclusively flavored by Spiceology. Now available at your neighborhood Rosars.
4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
It is 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A volcanic eruption in Iceland is spewing toxic gas, threatening a town near the country's famous Blue Lagoon geothermal spa.
The eruption, triggered by an earthquake, is sending lava and plumes of smoke into the night sky. The Icelandic Meteorological Office says the eruption has now been expected for months. A nearby town was evacuated last month in anticipation of the eruption. Now, because of this, no lives are in danger, but nearby homes are threatened.
4 people have been killed in a storm currently ravaging the northeast U.S. 620,000 homes and businesses from Connecticut to Maine lost power. More than 60 million people are under winter weather alerts. Cold temperatures and concentrated snowfall are expected in several states today. Some people are expected to be without power for several days.
6:12, it's Tuesday morning. Your 10-second takeaway, light rain. Going to be a little chilly because of that humidity in the air. It's going to be a drier afternoon. Mild temperatures around 40 degrees for our high. In fact, around the region, it looks pretty mild.
It's been nearly 4 months since 2 separate wildfires ripped through Spokane County.
The fires displaced hundreds of families and forever changed the communities of Elk and Medical Lake. The Spokane Fire Department, in partnership with the Department of Natural Resources, is conducting fuels reduction around the county and says that it's made a difference even with the summer's 2 major fires. Spokane Fire toured Medical Lake following the Gray Fire and found that some of the surviving homes and areas had fuels reduction in place. They say fuels reduction shouldn't just be happening during the fire season, but all year long.
They had good defensible space around them and nothing ignitable, and so those homes survived the wildfire. What we've learned is that the ember showers are as much of a risk as the wildfire.
You can learn about more ways to protect your home from wildfires on our website, KXLY.com. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
Well, from fire to ice and snow, do you remember this? We are looking back on one of the worst winters in our area in recent memory coming up.
And do you know what to do with all of your holiday trash? What can you recycle? Our City Charles is live this morning to help us figure it all out. It's coming up next.
4 News Now is brought to you by Spokane Tribe Casino.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's the holiday sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to shop the largest selection of sofas, tables, beds, and accessories. And best of all, everything is on sale. Plus, 5 years, no interest financing. The holiday sale, only at Furniture Row.
Test drive a new Defender at Land Rover Spokane.
Land Rover, above and beyond.
High-tech Chevy Trax.
Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $87.50 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
It's the holiday sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Get a $300 gift when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Welcome back. In the time now, 6:16. From boxing and wrapping to disposing and recycling, many of us are in the home stretch for our holiday preparations.
So finding a way to organize what you need to throw away and what you need to recycle can get overwhelming during Christmas. Sydney Charles is live at Spokane's Waste to Energy facility with tips on how you can manage all the holiday mess.
That's right, Robin. Good morning, you guys. So I am here at the Waste to Energy facility, and I'm here with Kirsten Davis, who is with the City of Spokane. And Kirsten, what kinds of items can get recycled and what can't get recycled when it comes to recycling for holiday season?
Right. You really want to pay attention to the materials that you're putting in the recycling bin. So good, dry, uncoated cardboard works well. If you are done with your wrapping tubes, and your kids are done having sword fights with them, these can go in your recycling bin.
Okay.
So that's fine. What you want to avoid is those shiny bags, any kind of shiny wrapping paper that really can't go into your recycling bin.
Okay, and then another tip I think we were touching on is like keep 2 separate containers, right?
Yeah, so I just keep a recycling bin, recycling bag. Now make sure with your recycling bag, you don't want to put the whole bag in recycling. You want to empty it out and then put the bag in there separately.
Got it. Okay, and then just kind of how do the things that go to the recycling plant here, like how do they impact Spokane's environment?
So it really helps when we can break those things down. We do have an unusual plant here where we incinerate our trash. So anytime we can, reduce and reuse, that's better.
All right. Thank you so much, Kirsten. So I'll send it back to you guys in studio. Reporting in Spokane, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Good to know. How many of you remember this? 15 years ago, 2008 is what we lovingly referred to as snowpocalypse. The snow started falling on the 17th, and by the time it was over, 23 inches had fallen in Spokane, 25 in Coeur d'Alene. Roofs collapsed, trees fell, power knocked out, and the community was stuck in more ways than one.
Oh my goodness.
One of the worst snowstorms in eastern Washington history hit, and one of the storms that led to a historic winter of snow in the inland Northwest.
That's wild to see that video there.
Incredible.
So we had over 2 feet of snow and then more added to that afterwards.
Yeah.
Now let's look at what we have this year. 11.3 inches so far in December. Well below average November. October wasn't big gains either. So we did not have good starts to snow. And then we had the warm and the rain come in. And that's where our ski areas are just having so many issues now, trying to keep the snow. Now, will we see the January and February snow? I don't know, but it looks like rain coming into the beginning of the year. Let's look at the forecast that we have today. We're going to be into the mid-30s as we walk out the door currently, 36 into the valley, 36 9 Mile. Spokane International, our official temperature, 34 degrees. 40 will be our high today. Showers through the mid-afternoon potentially, and then overnight should be just a few scattered showers. For the most part, some fog, and 34 degrees for the overnight low. So here's the forecast radar. Now, we do have the rain south of us, but it's going to take a while to get there. But then by the afternoon, they should clear out, things dry out, and things look pretty good as we continue to go into the weekend. We have rain chances. Wednesday, there's really no chance. Thursday, albeit nothing there. And then a 50% chance of rain on Friday, 30% chance on Saturday, but it will be rain in the lower elevations with some light snow into the mountains. 40 for our high today, 42 in Coeur d'Alene, Ritzville, 45 degrees. We look at the planning forecast. Dry Wednesday, Thursday with low 40s. Low 40s on Friday, but again, we have that chance of rain and some mountain snow. That's really going to be a North Idaho into western Montana event. Saturday, a few scattered showers, 36. Sunday, 34. Overnight lows into the mid-20s. That's a cold front, so that passes. So Christmas Day.
Yes, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day is upon us. 37 degrees for the high. We're going to have a 10% chance of seeing some snowflakes.
Maybe
That's
enough
it.
just to get you in the Christmas spirit there.
I think it's going to be more music than it will be sky condition on Christmas Day.
Fair enough.
Right.
Thanks, Mark.
It is now 6:21.
And with the fate of the season on the line.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When it comes to luxury, standing out takes something special, something exceptional, something unique. We dare you to be unique. Just like each individual work of art, that is unique jewelry. Find unique jewelry at Tracy Jewelers.
4 News Now and BECU are teaming up to welcome in some holiday fun and friendly holiday spirit. Send us a picture of your pet decked out for the holidays and you could win a $200 Amazon gift card courtesy of BECU. For details, go to kxly.com/holidaypets.
Respect, protect, pay essential grocery store workers.
One good job should be enough for an honest person.
UFCW 3000, the Essential Workers Union, helps make that a reality.
UFCW 3000 fights to make sure that essential workers get better wages, respect on the job, and a safe workplace.
Fair wages, health care, and a pension plan. The things every working person deserves. Thanks, UFCW 3000.
New Emergency Crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? Emergency Crystals.
$3 pitcher night. A couple cocktails. An edible. And a nature documentary. What do all these people have in common? A friend like you, who offered a ride, or made sure they got in a ride share, or provided a couch to crash on. Thanks for keeping the roads a little safer tonight, Washington. Together, we get there.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
When it comes to luxury, standing out takes something special, something exceptional, something unique. We dare you to be unique. Just like each individual work of art, that is unique jewelry. Find unique jewelry at Tracy Jewelers.
Drew Lock didn't know he'd be starting at quarterback for the Seahawks until late Monday afternoon after the team scratched Geno Smith as he's still dealing with a groin injury. But once the game against the Eagles was over, there was no question as to why Seattle kept him on the roster for the past 2 years. With the Seahawks,
you don't get very many opportunities in this league, and with every opportunity you get, you need to be as ready as you can be because you don't get a ton of them. And for us to come out tonight and play the way we did and get a win, and
by the time the game was over, it took all night to get it done. Drew played a fantastic football game for us and did a beautiful job.
now, based on the comments from head coach Pete Carroll after the game, it does sound like Geno Smith should be good to go next week against Tennessee. But if Locke needs to come in again, I'd say they are more than confident he can get the job done. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Definitely an exciting game last
Wow,
night.
what a win. It is now 6:25.
It's an industry that has serious job fatigue, and that puts lives at risk. Coming up, what the federal government is doing to address the problem of overworked, overstressed air traffic controllers.
And another attempt to get his case thrown out coming up in our next half hour. What the judge said about U of I murder suspect Bryan Kohberger's lawyer's arguments. And what happens next? Coming up.
In this morning's GMA First Look, taking a break from weight loss medication for the holidays.
Unpopular opinion in the semaglutide world.
Julie Stoll-Kelly, who has lost 38 pounds, says she's foregoing the appetite-suppressing semaglutide in favor of feeling less uncomfortably full and fielding fewer questions during festive meals.
What I noticed was I was still able to eat the things that I really wanted to indulge a little bit. I just had to be really conscious about how I was feeling, what I was eating, how fast I was eating it.
Doctors caution there can be side effects.
If a patient skips their medication for 1 to 2 weeks, they might not see those improvements in their hunger and appetite. And so they'll inevitably eat more, and that may contribute to some weight gain.
And we'll have much more on navigating the holidays on weight loss medication coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
COPD hasn't been pretty. It's tough to breathe and tough to keep wondering if this is as good as it gets. But Trelegy has shown me that there's still beauty and breath to be had. Because with 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open and prevents future flare-ups. And with 1 dose a day, Trelegy improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. KXLY, celebrating 70 years on the air.
Paprika, garlic, tomato, a feast for the whole family. Introducing the Royal Rosars Rib Roast, exclusively flavored by Spiceology. Now available at your neighborhood Rosars.
The love that goes into a Subaru comes out when Subaru and our retailers share the love. 116,000 animals supported, 3,300 wishes granted, 4.3 million meals provided, and over 400 national parks protected. Be a part of something bigger. Get a new Subaru during the Share the Love event, and Subaru and our retailers will donate $300 to charity.
Drive new Subaru models with 2.9% financing at AutoNation Subaru.
Hello, I'm Diamond Dan Clark.
And I'm Jeweler Jane.
And we're from Clark's Diamond Jewelers in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Our famous snow promotion is back for Christmas.
If it snows 4 inches or more in 24 hours on January 11th, 2024, all purchases made between November 21st and December 30th will be refunded in full. And that means all engagement rings, loose diamonds and gemstones, jewelry and gifts could all be free.
Shop Clark's Diamond Jewelers this Christmas and let it snow diamonds.
Paprika, garlic, tomato, a feast for the whole family. Introducing the Royal Rosars Rib Roast, exclusively flavored by Spiceology. Now available at your neighborhood Rosars.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We're starting things off with the 4 News Now story tracker, following the stories people are reading about this morning.
Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, the 2 Georgia elections workers who won a nearly $150 million verdict against Rudy Giuliani for defamation on Friday, have sued him again, asking a federal judge to permanently prohibit him from lying about them. The lawsuit comes as Giuliani has continued to make false statements about their work as absentee ballot counters in the 2020 election.
In China overnight, an earthquake has killed at least 118 people and injured 500 more. It's the nation's deadliest quake in 10 years. The magnitude 6.2 quake severely damaged houses and roads in an area where overnight low temperatures were dipping down into 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Tuesday, December 19th. Mark is here with our first alert forecast, looking at a little bit of rain today.
Yeah, right now the sky is dry. The roads are wet. We have had rain. We had a 1/10 of an inch yesterday and more overnight, but now we get a bit of a break, but that doesn't mean it's going to last very long. We're sitting at 34 degrees with cloud cover. Again, that normal high is about 33 degrees. We look at what we can expect and the 4 things you need to know. Light rain today. It's going to return. It's going to take an hour or two from what's happening to the south coming our way. A little bit of mountain snow, but not what we'd like. Dry for Wednesday and Thursday, and then there is a slight chance of snow coming up on Christmas Day. We look at the current Doppler radar, and we see that next band coming in from the south. So, like I say, it's going to take a while. It's going to come up along I-90. Sprague's going to see it here in about the next 15 minutes. It'll take another, 45 minutes to an hour before we see really that sustained light rain come over us. Right now, temperatures mild. 37 degrees in the Liberty Lake. Deer Park, you're at 36, 35 at Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene. Here is our forecast for the day. We are going to see the return of those rain showers. We're going to have that high today of 40. By 2, 3 o'clock, it should be tapering off. We're going to be dry for the dinner time, and overnight, a few isolated showers expected. But our high today, above average, 40 degrees.
New information in the Idaho student murders case. A judge in Moscow has denied 2 motions from suspected killer Bryan Kohberger to dismiss the charges against him. Kohberger's defense team wanted the grand jury indictment dismissed, saying the jurors were given improper instructions about the level of probable cause needed to indict him. In a ruling late last week, the judge also denied a request to dismiss charges over prosecutorial misconduct and inadmissible evidence. The judge wrote that the defense arguments were, quote, historically interesting and creative, but did not overturn Idaho's interpretation of case law. Kohberger is charged with killing Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin in November of last year. He faces the death penalty. A trial date has not yet been set.
We're learning a little new information about a police shooting in Spirit Lake in which a woman died last month. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office has been investigating, but detectives have not provided the public with details about what led up to officers firing shots. Now we're learning that 2 officers found a gun near S.A. Floyd's body after they fired shots into her room. They were there on a welfare check and after announcing their presence, entered her home and her bedroom. Investigators still have not released what prompted the officers to fire at Floyd, whether she pointed a gun at them or whether the gun belonged to her. Well, the Department of Justice has launched a new database that's supposed to make it harder for officers found guilty of misconduct to join other law enforcement agencies. It's part of a Biden administration executive order on police reform signed last year. The system will flag the DOJ during the hiring process for law enforcement positions. Now, right now, that database only applies to federal officers. Eventually, though, it will expand to state, local, and tribal agencies.
In news around the nation this morning, 6 Nevada Republicans charged with serving as fake electors for the Trump campaign in 2020 pleaded not guilty on Monday. All are charged with 2 felonies, 1 count of forgery and 1 count of filing a false record. Trump lost the state of Nevada in 2020 by 33,000 votes, with Joe Biden winning the state's 6 electoral votes. But these 6 defendants signed false certificates saying Trump won. The leader of the alleged fake elector scheme is the current Nevada Republican Party chairman, Michael McDonald. He's appeared at recent Trump rallies in the state, with Trump praising him over the weekend.
A tremendous man, a tremendous guy, gets treated so unfairly, and he loves this country and he loves this state. Nevada GOP chairman, Michael McDonald. He's a fantastic man.
The defendants' lawyers insist their clients' actions were meant to give Trump the ability to contest the results of the election in court, but state prosecutors argue their investigations show it was purely intentional fraud. The judge set a trial date for early March.
The Federal Aviation Administration is acknowledging its air traffic controllers are overtaxed with on-the-job fatigue. The panel will specifically address this issue. The move comes after a string of near collisions involving commercial flights on or near the runways of of major airports this year. The FAA has repeatedly been criticized for not addressing the issue of air traffic controller staffing. The shortage of more than 3,000 controllers has forced the current staff to work extra days in a week and longer hours. The union representing air traffic controllers says the agency only filled 6 new positions within the past year.
We are 8 months away from the return of WSU football, but this superfan is dreaming of a Cougs Christmas. WSU shared this picture of 12-year-old Quentin Van Giesen and his Giesa Field gingerbread replica. He is a big fan of the team and watches the Cougs with his family in Boise.
So impressive.
Incredible detail, all the way down to the pretzel stick goalposts.
And gingerbread houses are kind of hard to assemble, too.
I think so.
Yeah, especially if you're not using glue and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But who knows if he did, but it looks great.
Incredible.
So your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:36.
All right, Mark is back, and you are fine-tuning our forecast for us.
Yeah, we're really seeing this band of rain coming towards us, so we get a bit of a break for another half hour to an hour, and then, well, we're going to return to that light rain period. We're going to have more on your full forecast coming up.
And it's time to mask back up at Multicare. Why the medical facility says this move is necessary.
And a popular mom on the internet pleaded guilty to several child abuse charges. The latest developments in the trial of Ruby Franke coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or all in a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
Drinking watermelon moonshine.
Oh, Lord, when it rains, it pours. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your family-owned fireplace and stove experts. Andy's team specializes in heat and glow fireplace installation and service, ensuring the best heat and ambience for your home. Andy's Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, your trusted experts since 1972.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Blazer models, or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Blazer. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
It's now 6:39. Multicare is going back to mask requirements at its facilities. The health system says in the last week it's passed the threshold of regional emergency department visits for respiratory diseases like the flu and RSV. Effective immediately, patients, visitors, and staff have to mask up in all patient care areas inside hospitals. Boneless chicken bites may be contaminated with pieces of clear hard plastic. 26,000 pounds of the boneless chicken bites are being recalled nationwide.
Good morning on this Tuesday. Here's your 10-second takeaway. Light rain, going to be a little chilly, that humidity in the air. It'll be a drier afternoon, probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and it's going to be mild. Our high today, 40.
With my deepest regret and sorrow for my family and my children, guilty.
Now that was Ruby Franke pleading guilty to 4 counts of felony child abuse. The former YouTube parenting influencer had more than 2 million subscribers on her now deleted channel. The channel documented the lives of her 6 children and how she disciplined them. But it all unraveled when her 12-year-old son ran away to a neighbor's house.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Franke is now pointing the finger at her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt. Franke's attorney says that Hildebrandt isolated Franke from her family, and this prolonged isolation resulted in Miss Franke being subjected to distorted sense of morality, shaped by Miss Hildebrandt's influence. Now, Hildebrandt faces 6 counts of child abuse charges herself, with Franke agreeing to testify against her.
Our time is now 6:41.
And Sydney Charles is live for us this morning, learning about Christmas recycling. Let's check in, Sydney.
That's right, Natalie. So when you're decorating that Christmas tree, there are plenty of items that you can and cannot recycle. I'll show you what you can throw in your recycling bin on the other side of this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Mesmerize her with Coast Diamond Jewelry from Tracy Jewelers. Coast is committed to creating fine, quality jewelry that is stylish, imaginative, and instills lasting memories. Mark your moments with the sophistication of Coast Diamond from Tracy Jewelers.
Okay, guys, have a great day. Don't forget you have soccer after school. Bye, Mom.
See our huge selection of Highlanders built for everyday drivers at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
This is our call to inaction, to answer the call of the recliner.
And we're getting takeout because we've been out all day long.
It's the year-end sale. Save 30% on everything. Plus 0% interest for 36 months.
We will take a load off by loading up on snacks.
Hurry in. Year-end sale going on now. Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
Mesmerize her with Coast Diamond Jewelry from Tracy Jewelers. Coast is committed to creating fine, quality jewelry that is stylish, imaginative, and instills lasting memories. Mark your moments with the sophistication of Coast Diamond from Tracy Jewelers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's 6:44. From Christmas lights and ornaments to stockings and string, decorations are a staple of the holiday season.
But keep in mind that not all of those Christmas decorations are recyclable. And Sydney Charles is live at Spokane's Waste to Energy facility this morning, breaking down the do's and don'ts for those holiday decorations. Good morning, Sid.
Good morning, Natalie. Yeah, so one of my favorite parts about Christmas is putting up all that Christmas decor, but I'm not too sure what can be recycled, especially when I'm taking some of those decorations down. I'm here with Kirsten Davis with the City of Spokane. Kirsten, tell me, when we're taking down our Christmas decorations, what items should we throw in the recycling bins?
Right, so
first of all, if you have a natural tree, you want to cut that in half if it's over 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Those couple weeks after Christmas, we will swing by and get that on your normal pickup day.
Okay.
You want to make sure if you have lights that are not working, or when those bulbs goes out, you want to make sure you put those in the trash. Those are significant tanglers for us.
They get tangled in at the plant?
Right, exactly. And then a lot of times you're getting new gifts that have batteries in them, and batteries are a big deal, and they need to be disposed of properly. So you never want to throw a battery away, whether it's an alkaline battery like your AA or AAAs, or lithium batteries, which are in most things, there are a lot of things. So you want to make sure that those are disposed of at the center, or you can find out how to put those on the curb with it on our website.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And this is a fun question, just something I thought I'd ask you. What are some examples of DIY Christmas decor that people can use that are made out of items that can be recycled?
Right. So, first you want to do is rethink and what you can reuse. So one idea is to take, sometimes we get those really pretty Christmas cards that people have. So if you have, a bag, you can just cut that off, and next year you have kind of a fancier paper bag than you did this year. So anything you can do, sometimes it's a really nice one, you can frame it, whatever, find ways you can use them in your home rather than just trashing it.
Okay, thank you so much. And then I know we mentioned the batteries, so are there any other items that specifically should not and we cannot recycle?
Yeah, so again, those tanglers, a lot of this, if you're hosting and you have a lot of disposable things, this needs to go in the trash. So, this time of year, people tend to wish cycle and think, I'll just put it in there in case it can be recycled. We want to make sure that we know what can go into the blue cart. And unfortunately, there's less things that can go in, but by putting in the wrong things, we contaminate the entire cart, and we can't recycle anything out of it.
Okay, thank you so much, Kirsten. I really appreciate you being here, waking up early with us this morning. I'll send it back to you guys in studio. Reporting in Spokane, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Such good information there for us, and to know, especially as we're heading into the holidays.
Yeah,
here's a look at Mount Spokane, Mark.
There's some recycling going on at the ski areas. They're taking snow and taking it from the offside and putting it in and then grooming it. And they're telling everyone, stay on the corduroy, don't go out of markers because
not yet.
There's just not enough snow there. And we're going to see a continuation of light snow. So let's take a look at the forecast snow through this latest system. We get through, this is Tuesday, today, 7 o'clock. Colville maybe over an inch of snow. Into Bonners Ferry, originally anticipated to be 4, now about 2 to 3 inches of snow. And that's going to be about it for snow into the higher elevations. Temperatures right now, Spirit Lake, you're at 35, 36 into Deer Park. Heading south, a little warmer, Spangle at 39 degrees. But we have temperatures in the mid to upper 30s along the I-90 corridor, all the way into Coeur d'Alene into the mid 30s. We're going to warm up to 40, so that's an above average high for this time of year. Showers through the mid-afternoon, then tapering off enough moisture that we could see with temperatures at 34, potentially cooler in some areas. You're going to see the potential for some fog tomorrow morning. We look at the forecast radar, and it shows this really active through about 3 o'clock. After that, it's a done deal. A few scattered showers will remain, but the main body of this system is going to move out. It's going to head north into Canada and across parts of Montana, where they're going to get a little more mountain snow above 5,000 feet. We'll have a return of some scattered showers coming in on Friday. Not going to last long, but hopefully Mount Spokane 49 will pick up some energy out of that. So for the rain chances over the next 5 days, Friday looks to be the best day, at a 50% chance right now, and Saturday about a 30% chance. Highs there are going to be in the low 40s for our area, upper 30s into Colville, Grand Coulee, 45 into Ritzville, 50 into the LC. Pullman's going to be 45 degrees today, so looking pretty nice. We're going to be hovering around 40 all the way through Friday. Cold front comes in. Again, that chance of showers Saturday at about a 30% chance. Drier after that. Sunday 34. Christmas Day will be 37 degrees. Let me put it this way. If there is a huffy stingray, sorry, that's me remembering. No, but if there's a bike or something, you're going to be able to ride it out on the street. You're going to be able to give it a test ride because there's not going to be snow on the streets.
All right, well, there's another
Huffy
bright
stingray.
side.
Yeah, if Santa brings you one this year, you can try it out. It is now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Disney's Frozen, the musical, BroadwaySpokane.com.
Wallflowers Design Center offers design services and installation with an extensive selection of carpet, luxury vinyl plank, hardwood flooring, tile, blinds, and wallpaper. Come in or give us a call and set up a free consultation with one of our designers today.
We pride ourselves in trying to help each and every person that walks through the door.
I have a real passion for design. I love the whole process from beginning to end.
The Hunter Douglas Blind Summer Sale starts now. Save up to 30%. Also, check out our luxury vinyl plank and wallpaper. Wallflowers Design Center.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire wants you to have all the comfort and total joy. Whether it's a cozy reason to hit snooze, eat dinner, or a spot to kick back, we have furniture that is good looking, well built, and comfortable. Just add your favorite people. In stock now. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
Caring for a parent, spouse, or loved one comes with a lot of responsibility, including financially. AARP and BECU are here to help by offering advice, tips, and tools with a video podcast series, Caring for Caregivers. For more information, visit this website.
Six is the winner of 23 awards on Broadway and a euphoric celebration. Six the Musical, January 23rd to the 28th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
Get your groove on at Mysticquoi Casino Hotel Sunday, December 31st. You could win your share of over $15,000 in cash. Enjoy party favors to ring in 2024. Learn more at Mysticquoi.com.
This season. Do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Blazer models. Or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Blazer.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
The start of winter is right around the corner now, but Mark says we're looking forward to some more rain.
Sydney Charles is live at the Waste to Energy facility helping us sort out those Christmas recyclables from the trash.
But first, attorneys could wrap up their cases in the Richard Aguirre trial today. The former Pasco police officer is accused of murdering a Spokane woman more than 3 decades ago. In court yesterday, a DNA expert testified about the DNA that was collected from evidence found at the crime scene. The jury should start deliberating later today. We'll be updating this story both here on air and online as soon as it happens.
Surveillance video from a nearby home helped Spokane police catch a suspected double murderer. Officers arrested 25-year-old Brandon Kenny Saturday for the murders of 23-year-old Kiara Morgan Whelan and 37-year-old Colton Russell. Court documents show that the surveillance video captured Kenny stabbing Morgan Whelan multiple times. The medical examiner's office confirmed the killer shot Russell. The victims in this case were also suspects in the disappearance of a woman who's been missing since November.
Major John Kaler pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the shooting deaths of a family of 4. Now, in court yesterday, Kaler admitting to shooting and killing 16-year-old Aiken Smith, 18-year-old brother Devin, their mom, Kenna Gardepy, and their grandfather, Kenneth Gardepy. Now, Kaler's sentencing is scheduled for March 25th. Each count of second-degree murder carries a sentence of 10 years to life.
New information in the U of I murders case. A judge in Moscow has denied 2 motions from suspected killer Brian Kohberger to dismiss the charges against him. Kohberger's defense team wanted the grand jury indictment dismissed, saying the jurors were given improper instructions about the level of probable cause needed to indict him. In a ruling late last week, the judge also denied a request to dismiss the charges over prosecutorial misconduct and inadmissible evidence.
We're learning a little new information about a police shooting in Spirit Lake, which a woman died last month. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office has been investigating, but detectives have not yet provided the public with details about what led up to the officers firing shots. Now, we're learning that 2 officers found a gun near S.A. Floyd's body after they fired shots into her room. They were there on a welfare check. After announcing their presence, they entered her home and then her bedroom. Investigators have still not released what prompted the officers to fire at Floyd, whether she pointed a gun at them or whether the gun belonged to her.
Taking a look at our weather and our First Alert weather. Well, I got to tell you, that First Alert weather app would be pretty cool because you got radar right on it. And you would see that the next system or the next bit of rain coming in is just to the south of us. And it's going to be with us throughout the middle of the day. Highs today are going to be around 40 degrees. Right now, we're sitting at 36 into the valley, 37 into Liberty Lake. We're going to have that rain through the early afternoon. And again, that high today, 40 degrees.
4 people died in a storm currently ravaging the northeast U.S. 620,000 homes and businesses from Connecticut to Maine lost power. More than 60 million people are under winter weather alerts. Cold temperatures and concentrated snowfall are expected in several states today. Some people are expected to be without power for several days. And you can see where this storm is heading today, coming up on Good Morning America.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed a bill making it a state crime to enter Texas illegally. Local police will have the power to arrest migrants and judges the ability to issue orders to remove them back to Mexico. It has sent ripples of fear throughout the Latino community in Texas, which makes up 40% of the state's population. The law is expected to take effect in March.
And if you're looking to have a green and merry holiday season, there are some ways that you can do this and help your family recycle. So take a look at your screen for some of those tips from the city of Spokane. One of them is create 2 containers for trash and recycling scraps. When you're also opening those gifts on Christmas Day, you can also create 2 options as well. Keep scissors handy for breaking down those boxes and removing tags. You should also avoid tossing out tanglers. That includes items like Christmas bags with the handles and Christmas lights. Reporting in Spokane, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
There are only a few shopping days left until Christmas, and if you're shipping, crunch time is now. FedEx says the deadline for Express Saver or 3-day freight is today. Tomorrow's the last day for 2-day shipping with FedEx. Thursday is the deadline for FedEx 1-day. Friday is the last day for same-day shipping. The last day to use Priority Mail Express with the post office is tomorrow. For UPS, ship your gifts out today for 3-day select, tomorrow for 2nd-day air, and Thursday for next-day air. We'll be back with final check of weather with Mark coming up for you right after this quick commercial break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa.
Time of year the reindeer fly. You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andy's priority. From installation to repair and even preventative maintenance. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
All right, good morning, everybody. Wet roadways are going to await you as you head out. Now, we're going to have more active rain moving in here in the next hour or so. We've already had light rain overnight, but it's dry sky right now with wet roadways. 40 will be our high. We're expecting to see that rain through, again, early afternoon. It'll dry out before dinner time. Now, tomorrow and Thursday, it's going to be dry. Temperatures are going to be around 40 degrees. Friday, we're going to see some rain there, maybe a little mountain snow, and Christmas looks to be 37 and dry. Sorry.
Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
We'll see you throughout Good Morning America. It starts here in just about a second.